After the battle, having discovered that Winaroo hailed from a village known as Kisare, Zoliar volunteered to escort he and the head of Ripclaw back so that he might investigate the similarity between his elvish name, Kisar, with that of the village. Any link to or information from his past he felt was detrimental to discover his purpose in this time. While he headed east to Kisare, Majir and Shirhansi marched for Lamazor, only to find a pile of supplies near the woodland exit. Upon further investigation, Majir noted that the various crates and barrels amid the pile were marked with the crest of Lamazor, and came to the conclusion that someone had raided the fallen Lamazor scout camp for these goods. But before they could so much as guess as to the culprit, they fell victim to a goblin ambush. The little green thieves poured out from the wilderness one by one they were smited down by the monk and warlock duo standing back to back, and those charging through the woods fell to Crumb's brutish axe-wielding and a well-placed firebolt from Guy. When the final goblins embraced their icy demise, quite literally at the hand of Medjir's frost touch, the rolling lows fell silent. The way was clear. The party made for Lamazor, while Azoliar joined Winaroo and Kisare. Now, far apart, yet a whisper away via a pair of communication stones found in the rolling lows, the divided party faces their next tasks. Lamazor, sovereignty of the western expanse, seeing over a handful of smaller cities and villages from the slick to the sprawling sands, welcomes Guy, Crumb, Shahansi, and Majir through its gates. You are immediately spat into the trade district, a bustling, open area heavy in traffic and noise. Kiosks line the streets. Merchants shout various languages and demand the attention of passers-by. A myriad of smells flood your noses: sweet, ripe fruit, aromatic vegetables, nose-tingling spices. There are bright colors everywhere, from hand-painted and hand-dyed bolts of fabric to potted, exotic flowers and bright, glistening trinkets and jewels.
Damn.
Just beyond the clusters of roaming shoppers, you can see an open cobblestone road that leads to the housing district, and further beyond, Castle Lamazor, wherein resides King Algernon, ruler of the Western Expanse, a noble human warrior and veteran of numerous wars. Your initial goal in coming here was to request an audience with him, but short on some of your party, it was decided that you'd wait for Azoliar to return from Kisare.
Damn.
Kisare is an old woodland village, similar in appearance to the Rolling Lows, but darker, deeper into the heart of the woods. The trees blot out most of the sunlight, yet there is still enough coming through to sustain visibility. Azoliar, you have been taken through the bulk of the village. A few sparse huts and tree houses lay on the outskirts. You are welcomed by curious expressions and whispering as you followed Winaroo towards a mansion-like living unit in the easternmost portion of the village, where you are currently being introduced to other hunters charged with prey in the Rolling Lows hunt. They are gathered before a well that you feel acts as a sort of central hub for many important meetings amongst village leadership or events. They each bear some form of a primitive trophy, some larger than others. They are clearly experienced hunters, and you can see this in their eyes and their attire. Behind them is the mansion, a large structure, clearly of elven make but with human inspiration. This is House Kisare, and from your vantage point, you have a feeling that you are being watched by important eyes through its stained glass windows. You are now free to roam your respective locations, adventurers. The truth may well be your enemy this day. So we're all at the gate right there. There's a bunch of kiosks around this first stretch of road. And this is the housing area, and you see straight down the cobblestone road to Castle.
This is the housing area?
Yeah.
This is
some of the housing area. I mean,
area?
like you can see more past
kiosk,
like the main entryway, but you really have no interest in heading there at the moment.
I'm gonna come over here and talk to this person right here.
That is the fruit merchant. As you walk up, you see this little kiosk was hand-built. It's not very sturdy looking.
Earthquake.
It has a couple different fruits. You see bright red apples. You see a couple what looks like bananas. Just really simple fruit. She's kind of a frail old lady, but you could tell that she works really hard. Her hands are pretty firm and dirty looking.
Okay, so is there any way that I can find out if any of these are poisoned before I...
What's in there?
Well, there is an apple, a bright red and shiny apple. There is the plantain, a curved yellow fruit suitable in sweetness. There's a cluster of grapes, a bunch of large juicy grapes, watch out for seeds, and a bag of pomegranates. quest item. Deliver these to the housing district to sit at the northmost home. I'd like to probably check out what this guy has here.
Okay, head on over. She's like, sir, wait. Come back. Okay, so this guy sees you approaching. He's a bit of a burly dude, so you can tell he's a heavy lifter. From what he's selling, that kind of makes sense to you. So they're like big sacks of grain. So he has a sack of grain and like a sack of what looks like some sort of rice type stuff.
It almost sounds like your baby's like part of the village.
A woman passes by with a child.
I'd like to ask you about the bag of pomegranates that you have there.
Oh, sir, those actually are not for sale. There's a lad that's supposed to come by and deliver these, but he hasn't shown up yet. If you would like to deliver these, I could definitely use the help, and I could reward you for that.
And what exactly would you reward me with?
Fruit and silver is all I have.
Okay.
So I'm talking about. My turn?
Your turn.
Okay. I shall fly, my friend.
Just don't ask any kids about like fish.
Or pick them up.
Yeah, or pick them or like swoop down on them.
I don't
Chase them.
I don't like books, so I'm not gonna go over there. I'm gonna go to the señorita over here.
Because that's not weird.
Hello, sir. Hello, I've never seen an Aarakocra here before.
My name is Guy Pieri. What are you doing whereabouts around this village?
So I'm selling various handmade jewelry. I
very nice.
craft it here in town.
Okay.
Anything from rings to pendants to circlets to lockets and anything you want.
Anything magical, perhaps?
Well, take a gander here what I've got.
Wait, thank you. I will also buy the circlet of Alcir. How much does that cost?
15 gold.
Are you kidding me? You want to take one of my feathers from my wings for you?
Well, you're bald already.
My
so
wings.
I don't. Oh, you're
Very
wings?
precious, very precious. This is very rare.
I have no use for feathers.
It's good for dusting.
Okay, so Winteroo has led you through the bigger portion of the town, so now you're in what is called House Kisari area.
Okay.
So it's that
So it'd be
mansion.
the meeting hall area.
Yeah, like it's kind of. It looks almost like a lodge, and you are in the middle at the well with those three other hunters that have different sized trophies from different kills. So Winteroo, as he approaches with you, actually, he kind of nudges at you because he feels like your guys' trophy is a lot better than what he's
So
seeing.
we lift it up.
Yeah, and the judge is a little elven girl.
No, the little one. Yeah.
The little one. She's actually the best hunter in the entire village. She knows your story about Ripclaw already. She knows how your hunt went. But she examines the head anyway in front of the other hunters and says, "Behold, the head of Ripclaw, the savage beast of Rolling Lows." And the other hunters are kind of
Pissed.
they're
Oh,
disappointed in themselves. They know that their charges were a little less ferocious, but it's because they're not as good of hunters either.
As Winteroo, the
Yeah.
little girl. So I'm just hanging back since it's my first time here, so I'll let him take the glory. I just helped.
Okay, so he walks up to the other three over by the well and extends a hand in your direction and says, "This was my charge on the hunt. He helped me hunt it. He helped me slay Ripclaw, but he takes credit for the kill. It says I delivered the killing blow." And the girl does announce at you, and she says, "The winner of the hunt is Winteroo with his charge, Azoria." But they do notice that you're a high elf, and like, it kind of takes them back because high elves in this time now are typically like village leaders and things like that.
Not adventurers.
Yeah, they're not adventurers, and they don't really like wander around in public, and they certainly don't wear a lot of armor and go out into the world.
I bow to them and say, all your kills look magnificent. I bow to each and every one of them, and to Winteroo again. And I look at...
I'm just gonna name her Merceda, the little girl.
Would you please introduce me to your village elders?
She says, Indeed, follow me." into this lodge. Someone is in there who you might remember. You take a gander.
Long time no see. It's only been a day and
A day and a
now.
half. Where have you been?
Where did you run off to?
Oh, I couldn't figure out what that. Oh, you were
What do I know about this town?
I thought you said you weren't from around here.
I'm not from around anywhere. I just frequent this village. And what are you doing here?
Here to speak with the elders.
Winteroo interrupts. He's a Duskblade! He's still excited that you're a Duskblade.
Okay. Okay.
He's like,
Because you already knew.
he's like, I've
I
seen-
know Winteroo. I'm guessing like I have some type of relationship with this Winteroo.
You could, yeah, if you
Yeah.
want to like it, yeah. He just found out that he's a Duskblade. He said he lights his sword on fire, and he kills giant beasts with no problem.
Alright, so where's the other people from our last encounter?
They're at the capital right now. We split up, so...
I'm heading there recently.
Well, if
You know
wanna-
Lamazor really well, also, because it's like a haven for a bunch
Right,
of
I
races.
mean that's like my prime pickings right there.
Yeah.
I pull out the communication stone. We have communication back with them, so when I'm finished here, I'm heading back. But if you want to head back early, I can let them know, or if you just want to wait.
What are you charged with here besides speaking with the elders? Why are you doing that?
Remember the story I told you at the tavern back in Creek Lily?
Yeah, you're trying to find out why you're exiled from time.
6,500 years.
Well, then you're a rather old elf, aren't you?
And
You
apparently,
don't look a day over 200.
remember the name I gave you? One of the names
Exiled.
was Kassar. No,
No, you never told me Kassar. You told
one
me
of my middle
only-
names was Kassar, my middle name.
Oh,
And this town is named Kassara.
I happen to know that.
I just found out.
He's like, I know where I live.
I just found out. So this is...
Well, hell, if you would have told me your actual name, then I would have been able to tell you. Instead of you just deciding that you had a new name. I don't know why.
We backpedaled on that.
Definitely
last
going
episode.
definitely going to take a drink of my ale that I have or I've acquired by this time.
Yeah, you already have it.
Yeah, I'm guessing I do.
A couple.
That's
probably.
what's up.
You see a couple.
I can take a minus to Dex. I don't care. I did it last game.
You see a couple empty tankards on the table, but
I
he
look
still
around
he
and
still
I
seems
see if
fine.
there's anyone else that is missing a drink.
Can
I
I,
was-
can
I
I
was
roll for
already
a sleight
holding
of
it.
hand?
I was holding it still.
Can
I
I roll
hadn't put
for
it
a
away
sleight
yet.
of hand?
Yeah.
I'm not one of
While
you
I'm
still
holding
anything.
it?
No, I'm just
No,
rolling for a
he's
sleight
trying
of
to
hand
see
in
if you
general.
have anything new
Oh.
on you, more or less.
Go ahead.
19
My dad looks
plus.
My dad looks.
All right. Wait, how much gold do you have?
24.
You have a lot of gold.
Good.
At that point,
But
I
I
take
won't.
all of the coins and stick them in different pockets.
The 100 vest.
Just letting them know, like,
The 100
What's up,
pocket
dude?
vest.
I kind of want to talk to this chick over here.
It's like when you put $20
Is that possible? Can I get over there?
Yeah. You look a
I
little
just wanna be
intimidating.
what's up?
She kind of looks you up and down, and she goes, "Hello," all uneasily.
You lost or something?
She says, "No, I live here. I know where I'm at."
So what's up, girl? Where you at? I can't wait for your turn, bro. Man.
Where's your house at?
Far back in the housing district. She's covering her nose as she's talking to you.
I wonder why she would do that. What a bitch.
Are you new here?
Yeah, actually, I just came in from one of those. I'm a little thirsty, a little tired.
Smells like it.
Yeah. You haven't smelt the half of it.
Damn.
I don't know. What does she have? I want to intimidate her and ask questions. What the fuck do you have, bitch? Why the fuck are you really here? That's what I want to say. Say, I'm tired of fucking around now. This is what it's come down to, okay? Okay. Try to be nice. What the fuck? What's going on?
Okay, roll d20.
What am I fucking rolling for?
Cause you're dead. No.
Intimidation.
Intimidation. So that's a D20?
Yeah, D20 plus your modifier. So she immediately jerks back. She says, "I told you, I'm just shopping. Like I have 5 gold to my name right now. I'm just walking. What do you want?"
He's like, give me your 5 gold.
She starts looking around. She starts looking around like she's like looking for some sort of help from
I
somebody.
need a double cheeseburger.
Oh shit.
Alright, that's enough, bitch. I go, see, I want to say, like, see, that wasn't so fucking hard.
She's like, "I gave you the same exact answer.
Oh,
the only thing different was I told you
Well,
how
now-
much gold I had."
Well, now I trust you, you know? Okay, that's, I guess that's it. I'm done with this bitch already.
Is there any animals inside that well? Any
I don't
rats?
think there. You know what? There could be.
I think there's a fucking rat.
Damn! What the fuck is that shit? Where the hell did that come from, bro?
This little rat
I got it.
speaks out with the whale. It goes. It pops in and falls down, and you're like right here, basically, on that square. But you're.
How'd you get way over there?
Huh?
He's
Now you got.
He's already been here.
Oh.
He's not with us. Okay, so starting from the
Mobility.
well.
It's like
Oh, okay, so 40.
From the well?
So you want to head towards that guy?
So
Yeah.
Okay, so
And
he's
he can do
close.
double if he wants to.
Yelled him. Tell him to come over or something.
You want to run?
Who's that?
No, I just want to wave at him. Hi, how are you?
What form are you
I
in?
just came from the... He already knows everything that's going
Are
on.
you in the humanoid form right now or the rat form?
He's inhuman.
So what are you asking? You're just introducing yourself?
Yeah, because I'm like new. I'm new there.
out of the
They don't know
well.
I've been there, hidden in that well, just winging around there.
So he's kind of surprised by how you snuck up on him, but he says, "Hi, my name's Derek."
Damn!
He's having a wonderful day, but he turns around.
Looks at your ass as you walk away.
Yeah.
Hi, Dar.
Derek looks at his ass. Hey, roll to see if Derek grabs his ass.
Well, he can withdraw.
Safe.
He rolled a 1.
Actually,
Is it too late?
He does.
He goes like, "Listen, June."
I'm gonna dash. I'm gonna dash out. I'm gonna dash away from his ass,
Yeah.
and I'm gonna transform into a squirrel.
He's like, and a run, and he starts going on 4s, and then
You gotta be fucking kidding me.
This right here, brass ring.
Never
turn it.
roll again.
As he blows on it, he like spits on it.
And then wipes it.
It's
His
still not
dentures
hard.
probably come
Wipes
out.
it just like this.
He gets his shirt.
Roll it
Yeah.
again.
Wooden teeth
collar.
comes out.
No, don't like that. Okay.
Well, I want to see what else you got.